Brothers, greetings from Romania. Beautiful. Actual courtyard, unlike in the UK. Nice. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was why woman loses respect for her man. And it's a big problem, especially with the younger guys, with the younger men. Well, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of old grown adult men that are having this issue. So I believe at the start the man puts on this front, right, to impress this woman, to get her to like him. Okay, he gets her, a few months go past, and he doesn't feel the need to develop himself anymore. He becomes complacent. He becomes, he falls in love with this woman. And what happens is some disrespect starts to creep in. But what happens is the man sees past this, right? He ignores the disrespect. He ignores the flaws starting to come up, because also women also put on this front before the relationship for the same way a man does. And over time, as the man becomes more complacent, more weak, the woman, she's the one that becomes more masculine in the relationship, and the man is the one that turns into a lesbian. It's in the woman's nature to test her man, to test if he still has the balls. And of course the man, as I said, he becomes essentially a pussy. The man fails the test that his woman throws him. At first, perhaps you could have had some stronger boundaries, such as, no male friends, or let's say she's not allowed at the club by herself or with her friends, unless she's with you. She starts breaking these boundaries. She starts poking at you. And because you turned into a weak pussy, you don't say anything, you just allow it. You stop being, you're like, oh, my honey, I'm not comfortable with you going out with a friend. Well, I want to go out with my friends. Oh, okay, all right. You know what I mean? The dynamic completely shifts, it completely changes. And the woman senses this. She sees these cracks in your masculinity, and slowly but surely she loses respect for you. So as men, we need to have a strong masculine backbone. We need to have our boundaries. But most importantly, we have to act upon those boundaries being broken by the woman. Because it's a way of training her. It's a way of, look, I don't play games. I don't fuck around. If you wanna break my boundaries, I'm gone. I don't give a fuck. I don't need you. You know what I mean? But that mindset it's slowly diminishing, and it's being forgotten by young men. The guy can say to his girlfriend, oh, I'm going out with the boys, and she'll obviously be like, oh, well, no, I don't want you to go out. You're going to get drunk and get with other women. And then the man starts to, okay, fine, I won't go, I'll just stay with you. Look, it is a powerful force. The greatest kings in history, the greatest military strategists, they all lost to women. Look at Napoleon Bonaparte. The greatest military genius to ever live. His downfall was because of a woman. The man that played Napoleon was the Emperor of Austria, right? Or a king, or something along those lines. And he saw Napoleon had his insecurities. After all, he was a small, chubby, ugly man, basically. And as they got closer, Napoleon started revealing more about himself. He started saying how he was unsatisfied anymore with his wife and was planning to divorce her or to rid of her. And what did this guy do? This Austrian king, let's call him, he offered Napoleon his sister or his cousin for marriage, And Napoleon was excited. He was like, oh, this is my chance. I'm going to enter the Austrian dynasty. But it was all a ploy. It's tough because if even Napoleon Bonaparte became lost and became a simp, the modern man is fucked. We need to employ the traditional masculine mindset. We need to bring it back. We need to put women back in their place. They want that. That's the thing, they want that. People will call you a misogynist, sure, but women desire this strong masculine man that puts her in her place. Women know they're hot. They know they're hot. They know they get attention. They get DMs from blue ticks. So of course it's completely understandable and natural that they're gonna, hop out of line. But you need to be masculine enough. You need to have a strong backbone that you're like, no, bitch, no. It's like this, honey. It's like this. I know. Trust me. Believe me, I know. It is like this. It's not like that. We need to pull the woman onto our path, right? We need to show them, teach them our wisdom, our philosophies. We got to make sure that the woman has the same values as you. That's how divorce happens anyways. It is when there's a mismatch in values. You just got to be like, hey, baby, hey, it's okay. Bend over. Men nowadays, they're just so head over heels in love with this chick. They're ready to sacrifice everything for her. I mean, sure, if there's a dangerous conflict situation, of course you sacrifice yourself, You tell her to run while you confront the bad guy. But when I say sacrifice, I mean men are sacrificing their gym. They don't go gym anymore so they can spend more time with this chick that doesn't even fully respect them. Your girlfriend doesn't listen to you when you tell her she can't go to the club with her friends. But you, on the other hand, will gladly skip the gym to go be with her. It sounds silly, honestly. It sounds super silly, but it happens all the time. But again, it's all out of, this is natural. I'm not saying to be a dickhead or but you need to fill her with your love. Fill her with your masculinity. Teach her, guide her. Bring her onto your path. Don't allow her to cross your boundaries. And when she does test you, when she does try to cross your boundaries, you stick to your word as a man and she'll respect that. She'll respect you even more. And then eventually, she won't even want to go to the club with her friends. She'll want to stay with you. You're her role model. You're her leader. She's not even, well, look, the woman will always shit test you. It's always going to happen, but that only happens so she tests your balls, to test your manhood. Eventually, she's not going to want to give you a reason to, ghost her as a punishment for her bad behavior. For the older guys, it's difficult because they fell in love young, they had children young. Over time, the woman crossed the line, she stepped out of line, and the man, simply out of fear, he didn't stick to his word. It's out of fear that he's going to lose his wife and lose the children. But even, I don't know what to say here because I don't have a family, I don't have kids. But, I mean, for me personally, before I even get married, before I even have the kids, of course, she's gonna have to go through my tests, She's gonna have to know my boundaries. She's gonna know that I stick to my word when she crosses my boundaries. So it never happens in the future. But men are in this trap right now. They're in this, they're stuck, they're in a trap. Because they've become weak over time. She loses trust in the man, so she develops this masculinity. You know, she becomes the leader because she doesn't see her man as competent anymore. And you know, it's messed up because they have kids. They cannot just ghost this woman, or you know, they live together, they work, home. You know, it's difficult. Well, I guess it should go both ways, because if the man gains his assertiveness back, if he gains his balls back, and the woman, she doesn't like it and leaves him, would she leave him? They got kids. It all depends on a woman. It truly all depends on a woman, because the modern woman doesn't give a fuck. She will leave with the kids and find another man. But like, not so modern woman that employed the modern woman mindset, let's be real, she won't leave. Who's she gonna go to? You know, we've got to get rid of the fear that we will lose this chick. Because we're men, if we are not satisfied, we leave, we find a new chick. Simple, done and dusted. But man, he puts this woman on a pedestal, and the fear of losing her takes over. But this fear is in our minds, and it shouldn't even exist for us. We should have the mindset that, oh, you didn't listen? Too bad. Next. That's what we don't have anymore.